Hello, thank you for coming back to my channel. This is called A Mother's Wild Heart. It's where I talk about motherhood and mental health, self-care, and just how it can be really stressful these few years with a small child, but turning things around into new perspectives and seeing the beauty in all things, and taking each day as a step, and each day taking a deep breath. Each moment is a chance to change your future and the future of your child. So I'm very intentional about creating a peaceful and loving environment for my child while facing a lot of opposition, a lot of things that constantly go wrong, a lot of doors that fall shut, and a lot of emotions that I would not like to feel. But it's all about exempling a strong, protective, and secure nature. So that's what I'm developing in myself while having this little baby on my side who's looking up to me for every single move. So in this particular video, I would like to talk about your child feeling safe at all times. And this is really important until the age of 2. And I think after that, children can verbalize a little bit more and have a little bit more concepts of complex situations of like consequences and rules and boundaries. Look, I'm not an expert. This is just what I follow. This is just the research I've done, the things I've read, the philosophies that click with me, and the things I'm doing with my child. Feel free to take a completely different path if this doesn't resonate with you, but I want to give you permission to love on your child unconditionally. For me, I thought, oh, but I have to be strict as well. I need to tell her that she's not the boss. She's not the center of the universe. She has to fit in. She can't have everything she wants. So I thought I had to do all these steps of discipline, which I'm very, very big on, because this world is going to be tough. I don't want her to grow up unrealistic. But I have noticed when I have been in conflict about how to raise her, I thought, oh, if I let her cry out too much, it just didn't feel right for me. It doesn't feel right. And again, I'm not saying anything against these philosophies. They work in some cases, and some of my friends and family members are really big on these strategies. But for me, it didn't feel right to let Noelle cry. Look, within reason, there are times that she really just wants to flush out an emotion, and I sort of hear in her cry when it gets to that point, when she's tapping into a really, really deep sorrow and maybe a fear. And if she's cried mama several times, and if she's really falling apart, I do not want to say, oh, she just needs to learn this lesson right now. That's when I swoop in, being the nature that I have. I don't want to distort who I am and how I feel. So I'll take her in my arms and tell her that everything is okay. And I believe that we'll do this for another few months, really unconditionally, just to love on her. And when she does the wrong thing, we'll always tell her, we said, you cannot have the computer because you're a little girl. This is not good for your eyes. So come on, Mama will give you a hug. Mama will have a nice moment with you, and then we grab a snack or grab some food. I mean, it sounds now like I comfort feed my child, which, guess what? I'm not sure if I do, but so often she's just munchy, she's hungry. If she's had a healthy snack, she feels so much better. So when she whinges and I give her a healthy snack, she often just like completely changes her demeanor. So sometimes I think it could just be a low sugar level or something like that. But yeah, we sit down in her favorite teepee with a book. She picks out a toy. Sometimes I just stroke her hair, and it is just to distract her from this thing that is making her so upset. Because in her world, so she's very narrow-minded, so in her world she will only just want that one thing, but she doesn't realize that there's all these things that are beautiful in her world, and all these things that I could move her attention to, and she would be just happy to be distracted by that. So this is my philosophy. I do not want to let her cry it out. If there's no point. I think it's important for children to be in touch with their emotions and not to hush them down. So I tend not to tell her to stop crying. Even in public, I'm just okay with her crying in public. She has run through the shopping center, and I took her arm and I said, Noel, you cannot run away. You have to listen to me. When I say stop, this is so important. And she had the biggest meltdown. And people staring at me, and I'm okay with that. Really, I am okay with that, because it is my daughter feeling a disappointment right now, and that's part of life. But I did hug her and kiss her. I did not abandon her. I did not tell her time out. I did not punish her. I did not say, if you don't stop crying now, we're going home. Never said things like that. So I'm not a perfect mom. This is just little steps I'm doing. But I really value for little children the sort of feeling safe at all times, because their biggest question is, am I loved? And learning things about discipline and about rules and boundaries, I think is a thing for the 2-year mark. But until now, she sometimes doesn't know why things are bad for her. And the more I tell her she can't have it, her world might fall apart in that moment. But just cushioning her with, you can't have your way, but you're always loved. It's very important. Thank you so much. Speak to you soon.